So this is the Clutterworks Summit, the famous, fabled favorite of everybody's favorite bag YouTuber, Chase Reeves. It's one of my favorites too. Great zippers, almost full opening, cool organization on the inside, handmade in the USA, these cool pockets on each side, great straps, great feeling materials, great zipper on the front, great quick access pocket, lovely bag. But let's be honest, it's hella retro and hella simple, and it looks ready for the woods. This, on the other hand, is the Wander Duo. It's the exact polar opposite of that previous one. This bag, if you look at it, zippers are smaller than the other one, but they're AquaGuard, weather sealed, it opens all the way, it has like a water bottle pocket on the side. Look at this organization, watch this. Complete fillet mode. You know, you can literally, look, there's a camera thing like built into it that pops up like this, and then there's all of this laptop stuff and zippers and organization all over the place. Great bag, but it is very much the opposite of this bag. Some people want super simple, some people want super complicated, but what do you do if you're like somewhere in here? This is what you do. This is the Dispatch Daypack. Made in America. It's something like 50% of this and 50% of this, and you get this. Let's get into it. The Dispatch Daypack. As I mentioned, it's a little bit of the new, a little bit of the old. A little bit of the military mountain climber and a little bit of the city trekker, Starbucks, coffee shop. Dispatch. Founded in San Francisco in 2010, as I understand it, by a very nice guy named Richard, who I have talked to once or twice. We do full disclosure, this bag I bought with my own money. It didn't come from Dispatch, although I do some reviews for Dispatch related to their camera products, camera specific products like their straps. I'll talk about that a little bit later as we get into the bag. But this bag itself is I bought because I thought it was awesome, and it is, spoiler alert. As you saw in the intro, you know, like there are bags that are super simple and there are bags that are super technical, and this bag kind of falls right in between. So when people ask me like which bag should they buy, and they're only gonna buy one, they're not a bag nerd like me, they just wanna have one bag that works for them that they're gonna use for the next 5 to 10 years. This is one I recommend often, or I have of late since I have gotten to use it myself. The thing is, it's the type of bag that after day 1, it feels cool. After day 4, it feels really cool. After day 14, you forget that you even have it, and it just fits into your life. It's kind of like the Tom Bin Synapse in that way. Things just find a place to go. The bag never punches you in the face and says, you know what, this part of me sucks. I love my GoRuck, and I actually use this really often, but this front pocket often will punch you in the face and be like, I suck. This bag never does that. There's never one of those moments. It's like minus 20 here in Korea right now, so if you see some steam coming into the camera, that's from how cold I am. The bag, this particular one is Ballistic Nylon, 1680D. It is made in the USA, and it feels very handmade. It has these number 10 YKK zips all throughout the bag. So there's one here, there are 2 here, one for the main compartment, one for the laptop sleeve. I got the Ballistic Nylon one because it does very well with cat hair, which, as you know, I struggle with. The back panel of the bag, so this is the first thing I want to mention because if you watch some other reviews of this bag, you'll see that they have actually changed the mesh on this back panel. The old mesh was a very military style mesh. This is more of a comfortable feeling mesh. I don't know how else to describe it. The same goes for the back of the straps. They used to have these kind of military style mesh, and now it's just sort of a plush, nice material. Whether or not that's a good or bad thing, I don't know because I didn't try the old mesh, but I did see it often. The other thing they changed on this version of the bag is this handle here. This handle used to be placed here. Now it is basically sewn in where the straps are. The only thing I can guess is that one, it looks a little bit cleaner on the top. So when you look at the bag like this, it's gone. On the old one, it used to stick out something like so. My guess is also that because it was just box stitched here, it probably would wear in time, whereas this is a lot more reinforced. When you hold the bag, it kind of does a little bit of this, but not so bad. And the strap itself has this really nice, I don't know what you'd call that. It's like a snap-on thingy. You can actually take it off if you want to, and they do even have like a leather part here that if you take it all off, it still looks and feels very nice. I don't know why you take it off. For me, I think it works perfectly well. I even use it on my other bags. So there it is. Now, for the rest of the outside of the bag, the straps themselves, they are very nice. They're not very thick, but they have some really intense foam and they're very stiff. There is a very nice sternum strap here that is Duraflex. The buckles, all of the hardware is Duraflex. And yeah, not much else to say about that. There are a couple of these pull things here for your water bladder, I guess, or when you use the load lifters, you can hook the straps into there so they don't dangle around and fly around. The straps also disconnect with this quick disconnect system. I know for military, that's like in case you have to get rid of your bag quickly. I don't think this bag is going to be used for military purposes, but I guess if you wanted to like strap your bag into a table leg or something like that, that might be a reason to have that. Otherwise, I think it looks cool. And again, heavy duty Duraflex buckles. And then, as I mentioned on the top, there are some load lifters here that are pretty well separated from the straps themselves. There is quite a bit of separation between the top of this and where the strap is sewn in, which if you don't know about load lifters, that's so important for the load lifter to actually do something. There needs to be separation between where the load lifter is and where the strap is. Also, since we're on the side, you can see there are these compression straps here. Now this is a small bag. I'm not sure when you would need that, but they are there, and I do tend to buckle them just to keep it tight because you don't really need to open the bag all the way. There are also these D-rings here, which you could use to hang something. I sometimes hang my water bottle from it, but I find it gets dangly and weird. I also used it for my cap once or twice. Same deal on the other side, same D-ring here, and you also get a compression strap over here that you could, you know, pull down if you really wanted to. Now, for me, again, I'm not really sure the point of these. I don't know when. I mean, you could kind of compress it down like this. I guess that makes sense, but for me, without one here, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I probably wouldn't use it very much. Now, I'm gonna flip it over here so you can see the bottom. The bottom of the bag has these like accessory straps. So what you could actually do is put like a tripod or something through here. I guess if you're using it for camping, you could put like, maybe not a sleeping bag, they're not big enough. They're probably about the size of like a little bit bigger than my fist, and I don't have big hands, so they're not gigantic, but they're there if you want to put a jacket or something underneath them. Honestly, for me, I wish they were removable just because I don't think I'll ever use them and they dangle a little bit. And also like this bottom part here, like in some cases they can make the bag a little bit rocky. Like, I mean, literally like rocky like this. You might get some wear on this over time, although I'd rather the wear be on this strap than on the 1680D itself, but 1680D is a very well wearing fabric, so not something I would worry about. So let's get into the bag. These zippers, they're not AquaGuard at all. So AquaGuard means so if you look at this wandered again, you can see that the zipper has this kind of sheen to it. You see that sheen? That would be an AquaGuard. That stops water, weather, all of those things from getting in. This and all of the zippers on this bag do not have this. Now, their Dyneema version of this bag, which is $360, this one is $198 at the time of making this video. does have aqua guard zippers here. I don't know if that's something that will probably make its way to this bag at some point. I'm not sure. To me, because it's a day pack, I don't really care about that. And the fact that they're not makes them so probably the smoothest zipper I've ever seen in a bag. Literally. If you look at this, one of the reasons Chase Reeves loves this bag and why most people love this bag is the zipper is so smooth. And honestly, I don't know if it's hard to tell here, but it's basically the exact same zipper. And that one has a flap, this one has no flap. So it's just so smooth. The zipper pulls are unique to Dispatch and they look custom. They work well enough. I mean, I could probably just to see paracord being here, like a bit thicker of paracord, and probably liking that just as much, but you know, it is what it is. Now, let's get into the inside of this pocket. This pocket's inside is like, well, I don't know if you can really see that. Let me zoom in here. Can you see that? You probably can't see that. Another change they made on this bag is the previous black versions of this bag used to be black on the inside. This one is gray, makes it easier to see. So there are these accessory loops here that you can put like something like, I have put a pen in them. I will say that the pens tend to like pull out a little bit when I'm using it, and I find it to be not the most comfortable place to put pens. Something with better, a little bit shorter things might work better in here. There's also a zipper pocket down here that goes, the zipper pocket goes all the way into here. So what happens is you actually can't really get down to it easily. I kind of wish the zipper pocket was like up on the top here. Chase Reeves also mentioned that in his review of this bag. And it's something I think that makes perfect sense once you have it, because it makes it a secure pocket, but it makes it really hard to use in use. So I actually have nothing in that zipper pocket down there. It's just a mesh zippered pocket anyway. There is a D-ring at the top here that I use for my keys. Now, the D-ring is super beefy. It's like this super beefy Duraflex D-ring. So I actually had to use like a key ring on it to be able to clip in my Tom Bin lanyard thing that I like to use on my keys. When you flip the bag around to its side, this pocket is pretty easy to get to, but I find it's hard to zip the pocket back up when you're like one shouldering it. The other thing I have in this pocket is my wallet. Now, one good thing about this pocket compared to other bags like this, now let me zoom you out. Okay, so a lot of bags like this pocket, the zipper ends in the same place that the pocket ends, but in this case it's not true. So if I put my wallet in here, and push it down, my wallet goes all the way to here, but the zipper only goes to here. So the wallet will never fall out when I flip it around. This is great in use and it makes so much sense. I don't know why other bags don't do that. There's about this much space between where my wallet is and where the pocket starts, like so. Now, let me take some of the stuff out. You can see how it goes. So this is the wallet I'm using these days. Now, this is a funny story. This wallet is from a company called Magforce. Interesting story. If you've ever heard of Maxpedition, Magforce is the original Maxpedition. Business partners, and one of the business partners went to America to start selling the products in America. They started selling it under the Maxpedition name. Big fight. Now there's Magforce in Asia, Maxpedition in America. Same company, same products. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I have a Magforce bag, which is just like it's the same bag as the Maxpedition Pygmy Falcon that I actually really like and do plan to review. It's a bit of a parody video, and with things that are going on in the world right now, I thought it's not the right time for a parody video. So there it is. This wallet's actually quite sick, and I use it often and like it. Okay, other than that, just my keys in there as you saw. Now, one of my favorite, absolutely favorite parts of this bag is the laptop compartment. So the laptop compartment is here. There is absolutely nothing obstructing the laptop compartment. You zip it and you pull out your laptop. That's it. It is suspended off the bottom by about this much, so your laptop never hits the ground, and there's tons of space here for even a 16-inch MacBook Pro, I'm positive. Well, don't quote me, but yes, I'm pretty sure. There is a, what do you call that? A back plate in here, and you can remove it if you want your bag to be floppy-doppy, but I leave mine in. So just removes with this, and you can see it back here. It's fairly stiff, not ultra stiff, fairly stiff. The laptop though, it goes in and out super easily. A note to make is, of course, there is no aqua guard on this zipper. So again, if that's something that bothers you, get a rainfly or something like that. They do not offer one. I like that they have a red zipper pull on only the laptop, because these zippers are close together and it would be easy to mix them up. So there is that. Now, I have heard that the reason there's only one zipper pull on this zipper is because when there are two zipper pulls, you end up with a place where water can go more easily, like so. There is a gap here, and if, in this case, when you zipper it all the way up, there's no gap. So water might drip in, it won't be too bad, but it's something to take note of if you're gonna use this bag every day. So it's not a clamshell opening bag. It does not open clamshell like a Go Ruck that opens like all the way to here. It opens about halfway, like so. So that's about as wide as you'll get to open it. Whether or not that bothers you is completely up to you. So in my bag, I have my water bottle. There are water bottle pockets in the bag, which I'll show you in a minute, but I tend to just put mine here. It's coffee. There's coffee in it. There's always coffee in it. These days, I'm back to the Peak Design, what do you call that? Peak Design Tech Pouch. The reason is because I'm working on a video that's the Peak Design Tech Pouch vs the Wander Duo. And it's like, what's better, carry a pouch or carry a bag that acts like a pouch? So look forward to that one soon. I'm just testing this one out again so I have a good idea of how to do that video. It's a chunky monkey, this guy, but it fits perfectly fine in this spot right here. On this side of the bag, there is a zippered pocket. It uses this really nice YKK zipper that's called the Ziplon. The Ziplon is like something to do with the military, as I read, but I'm not sure. It feels really smooth. Like really smooth. I wish it had a pull, but I can understand why it doesn't. I put my mask in here, Mystery Ranch mask, and my AirPods. This mesh is really interesting. It's like this see-through stuff, but it's like so coarse that it doesn't, nothing can poke through. And I think that's awesome. I absolutely love this mesh. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels great and probably my favorite mesh in a bag, maybe other than a Mystery Ranch bag, but for completely different reasons, because the Mystery Ranch mesh is like really like beefy military style mesh. This is more like, it might be military too, but it's super fine. There is an iPad sleeve here with a little clippy thing. Chase Reeves talked about this. He said he hated it. For me, I actually love these. I find it helps to keep everything organized, and I even use it to keep my water bottle, or sometimes I'll put my hat in here and then just like use it to keep my hat under control, or a t-shirt or something at the top of the bag. So for me, I would not cut it off. If you watch Chase's video, you'll understand what I mean. So for size comparison, this is a 13-inch MacBook Pro, like 2018 or something like that, and if you will see, your 13-inch MacBook Pro actually fits perfectly fine in this sleeve. Like, I mean, like, fits like a glove. It almost feels like it was made for that, and it's raised way off the bottom of the bag, like this much. So, in use, if I wasn't using a camera, I'd probably put my laptop in here, but it works well for like a 12.9-inch iPad Pro or something like that. But yeah, nice pocket. It has a decent amount of padding. Feels good. It's a little bit hard to get your iPad or laptop out when it's sitting down like this. On the bottom, there is another kind of slip pocket, but I don't know what I would use that for, like maybe a magazine or textbooks. And then inside the bag, there are these, it's like a stretchy, same kind of mesh that was on the thing. And there are water bottle pockets on both sides here and here. Let me show you if I can stick my water bottle in there. Basically, stretchy mesh on both sides that can fit your water bottles. That's basically it for the inside of the bag. The rest of it is quite normal. There is a little bit of like padding on the bottom, so you can rest assured that that padding will keep your stuff somewhat safe. I put this like Manfrotto, like, I don't know what you'd call it, like a camera cube that I got from some cheap Manfrotto bag, and I use it as my like basic camera cube thing for bags that are a little bit wider. I have the Ono one that I show in my videos a lot. That's a lot tighter, depending on what I'm packing. This one's a little bit more protective than the Ono one, and I can put more stuff in it. So, in here is just a camera. It's a Leica. This is a dispatch strap, which I have a review coming up on, and this strap is lovely. It's a paracord kind of strap. I don't usually like these wrist straps, but this one has kind of grown on me. All Duraflex hardware, all made in the USA. Really good stuff. Dispatch. Now, I also carry like a toiletries bag kind of thing. This is a Clutterworks. It's I think it's called like a 2-pouch. Thanks my boy Brian for sending it to me. He actually gave it to me for helping hook him up with the Clutterworks Summit. Hope you're enjoying it, buddy. I just put some basic stuff in here like my deodorant and stuff like that. It fits nicely in there. Zipper up. And we're on the way. So that's basically it for the Dispatch Daypack. Now, as for my opinion, so the materials on this bag are great. The build quality is great. I couldn't find any problems with the stitching. It all feels really good. Made in the USA, it says right here. And it feels made with care. It feels like a great bag. I think whether or not this bag works for you is one of those things, like you gotta watch this video, watch where the pockets are, maybe watch another video of this bag. There are not so many of them out there on the internet, but you can see like where things go, where things don't go, what works for you and what doesn't. For me, I think this bag is an excellent day bag for somebody who's just wants a bag that's gonna fade into happiness for them. It doesn't do organization super well. So, you know, there are only like those accessory loops here, and then this pocket here, and then a couple of pockets here. But if you tend to carry a laptop and a couple of pouches, this bag is absolutely killer for that. It also could do well as a minimal travel bag. It's 22 liters or so. And I used it for a trip recently to my buddy's house during Christmas. And I actually made a video about that. You can check it out, about me packing for it. It's a great bag. So as for my annoyances, sometimes I do wish it would open up a little bit more, like maybe even like 80% clamshell, like down to here somewhere, because sometimes when stuff is deep in here, I find it hard to get to. I don't think it's like a big deal, but when I was traveling, that was one thing that I did notice. The other thing is, while I think these zippers are so smooth, like I mean so nice and smooth, I feel like at some point I would worry about them not being AquaGuard or not having a flap. So I think what I would love to see them do is probably just maybe AquaGuard the laptop one only to give me some peace of mind. Other than that, great bag. One of my favorites in my personal collection, one that I tend to use quite a lot. And well, quite honestly, I think it's a great bag. And there's not a lot else I can say about it other than that it's such a nice bag. If you have any questions about it, feel free to shoot me a message. It's too cold here. I'm frozen, so I'm gonna go in the house. My camera's packing it in. Catch you guys in the next video. Dispatch Daypack. Enjoy. Bye-bye.